So I'm pretty sure for a majority of people who are already subscribed to this channel, you already know what Procreate is, but in the chance that you do not know what it is a draw application that you can buy on iPad or you can use for your phone. And they also have an animation app, which I've never used personally, but they at least have that option as well too. Point is, they are pretty popular, pretty well known, and typically a lot of people who get an iPad get it just for Procreate. I was one of those same people that did the same exact thing. And it's a really great software. Now, the reason I explained that to you is because yesterday Procreate made a banger tweet, one that, at least I think is, but let me play the clip for you first.
Are we rolling? You've been asking us about AI. I usually don't like getting in front of the camera. I prefer that our products speak for themselves. I really fucking hate generative AI. I don't like what's happening in the industry, and I don't like what it's doing to artists. We're not going to be introducing any generative AI into our products. Our products are always designed and developed with the idea that a human will be creating something. We don't exactly know where this story is going to go or how it ends, but we believe that we're on the right path supporting human creativity.
So yesterday they posted that fire video, and on top of that they said this: we're never going there. Creativity is made, not generated. You can read more at procreate.com/AI, which we'll read in a second. And the video got 6.9 million views. It's a very popular video, and it's because this is typically more or less in this world of a lot of people who don't give a shit about artists or their opinions or their feelings. A lot of people are probably taken back to, oh my God, Procreate's making the stance. No way, they're gonna change their mind. Yeah, you really think so? No shot. There's a lot of discussion around this for some reason. I don't know why. It's literally just a company saying they back the artists who use their drawing application that is made for artists. Is literally common sense, but we will get to that part in a second because that's something wild. So when you go to their AI page, they keep it pretty simple. AI is not our future. It says creativity is made, not generated. Generative AI is ripping humanity out of things built on a foundation of theft. The technology is steering us towards a barren future. We think machine learning is compelling technology for a lot of merit, but the path generative AI is on is wrong for us. We're here for the humans. We're not chasing a technology that is a moral threat to our greatest jewel, human creativity. In this technological rush, this might make us an exception or seem at risk of being left behind, but we see this road less traveled as the more excited and fruitful one for our community. Where we stand: no generative AI. We deeply respect your hard-earned skills. Your work belongs to you. We do not have access to your art by design. We take pride in privacy. Your activity is not tracked in our apps. And they make it pretty fucking clear that they are here for the artists, and they will always be here for the artists. And that is a very strong point and a strong stance that really adds a lot of faith into them, especially with them now announcing that they're going to be working on a Procreate desktop app, which is going to be really exciting in the future to see what they do with that. One thing that has to be noted is a lot of AI bros really latch onto this shit, and they don't really even understand what the fuck they're even talking about whenever they just spew the word AI. They literally say right here, machine learning is a compelling technology for a lot of merit, but the path generative AI is wrong for us. They're talking about generative AI. Now, if you don't know what generative AI is, let me Google that for you real quick. On dummy terms, you can find it right here. Generative AI is the kind of AI you can use to create new text, visual, and audio content. It's not a new concept, but it's been newly simplified and made accessible to the average user. Now, anyone can use generative AI to massively speed up content creation tasks, aka create slop. But the point is, this is just one form of AI. Doesn't technically mean their whole stance is that AI as a whole is bad. Again, as I've said in multiple videos, AI can have actual merit and use to it, but not generative AI. That is what artists, at least any artist who is keeping track with this and properly knows the terms that we're talking about here, is upset with. Generative AI, at least at this current point in time, and probably for the rest of the time at this point, will never have a use to artists, especially when you consider the fact of how these AI models are even trained. This is also the same reason why Clip Studio Paint got some backlash a couple years ago, which was brought to my attention in my Discord, which you totally joined, by the way, link in the description below, and I'll even put it in the comment below. Come on by. You can always leave the server if you don't like it. It never hurt. Join in, it's free, dog. What's the harm in joining? We got almost 400 members. Come join the family. So back in November 29, 2022, it says right here, today we announced that Clip Studio Paint version 1.13 update will release a December 6th and will include the image generator palette, an experimental generative AI feature based on the stable diffusion model. Clip Studio Paint has not provided and will not provide or use any form of user data to train this model, and the service will be discontinued in 1.0 after release of Clip Studio Paint version 2. Clip Studio Paint is no stranger to AI powered features, colorization, pose estimation, all of which aim to make creativity accessible. In the same vein, we believe generative AI has the potential to become a powerful assistive tool for all creators. Now, of course, reading that, you're probably like, holy fuck, how tone deaf could you fucking be, especially back when this was in 2022? But they listen. That's the part. They listen. Granted, should it have ever happened? It's up for the debate. Realistically, should never got to that point. It's kind of tone deaf to even try to suggest the idea. But part of me likes to be naive and think that they had good intentions with the idea behind it, but didn't think of the actual implications. They continue to say, however, we are fully aware of the valid concerns that have been raised inside the art community as well. Therefore, we would like to open a dialogue to better evaluate and reach a consistent consensus on how generative AI can coexist with the creative process and how Celsius should approach this new technology, assuming that's the name of the company. We will begin providing an anonymous survey for you to leave your thoughts once the experimental feature is released. It says the survey results will be summarized at a later date, and the prompts generated results of the feature will be archived and published on a dedicated webpage. We will also refer to the survey results in internal discussions regarding the usage and development of AI models and additional features. Alongside this, we will research authentication features for artists to prove ownership of their artwork and work with art hosting sites to discern AI images. And so again, this was back November 29, 2022. Fast forward pretty much like a week later, and they were like, hey, yo, we fucked up. They're like, Clip Studio Paint will no longer implement an image generator function. They said, we apologize for the anxiety and concern that we have caused regarding the announcement of the image generator palette on November 29th. After the initial announcement, we received a lot of feedback from the community and will no longer implement the image generator palette. Here are some concerns that we have taken to heart. Current image generation AI exploits other artists' intellectual properties and is unusable. This feature will hinder rather than help artists in their creative activities. Using artists' work that is not opted into a data set is ethically unacceptable. The fear that this will make Clip Studio Paint artwork synonymous with AI generated work. There are existing features that need to be prioritized over image generation AI features. Having something unknown in the app I use daily potentially infringing on legal or morally rights is unacceptable. Clip Studio Paint should be an app that takes responsibility for a safe, creative environment. They finish off by saying the image generator palette was developed with the hope that we could provide a new way to experience creativity. However, we had neglected to take the necessary considerations. We were so preoccupied with how generative AI technology could be used creatively that we lost sight of what our core users want from Clip Studio Paint as a creative tool. We would like to sincerely apologize. Celsius will not be implementing any image generator AI features in Clip Studio Paint that present this kind of concern, and we will listen more sincerely to the opinions of the creators. We will redouble our efforts to provide features that can be used with peace of mind by all artists. AKA, yo, we fucked up, our bad, we're listening to y'all, which at the end of the day, this is the best you can ask for. Yes, it fucking sucks that they even try to bring this in, especially when they said we understand the concerns. We already know the art community is kind of like, we're like, we don't like this shit, but then they're like, but we're gonna try anyway. But again, it's pretty fucking quick to go from November 29th to December 2nd. It's not that long, so they're pretty quick to say, hey, y'all are right, we're wrong, we ain't doing this again. And as far as I'm tracking, at least up to current day, August 19th, 2024, they haven't implemented or tried to implement anything of this caliber ever again. So it seems that it looks like they've been staying true to their words. At least these companies, Procreate and Clip Studio Paint, can say that. Adobe don't give a fuck. They're like, hey, there's money to be made here. We don't give a fuck about y'all. Oh yeah, we care about artists. That's why we're going to implement the most unethical bullshit ever. We're going to say it's ethical. We're going to say that it was done correctly. But do we mean it? Fuck no, hell no. That's really the sentiment that Adobe has with the community. They don't care. They never have either. That's the entire reason why the subscription model exists and why they nickel and dime motherfuckers left and right, and why they're actually going to be sued by the FTC, or it should be the FTC. It's been a while since I looked at, but they are being sued about their practices over their subscription-based model for their services. Now, earlier in this video, I said that the Procreate tweet where they were making their stance talking about AI and generative AI and the whole situation with that, it blew up and there was some discourse around it, and somehow this was like a controversial thing, almost to a point where people are like, hey, fucking Procreate's gonna just fucking, their app is just gonna go down the drain. No one's gonna use it no more. They're gonna get left behind. And I was just like, what? Do these motherfuckers not understand? Like, I was confused. But let me explain where this is all even coming from. Now, I'm pretty sure MKBHD doesn't need no explanation. If you've been on YouTube, you probably know who he is. He's like the tech head of YouTube. He is the tech giant. He is the face. Whenever you think of tech, he is like the go-to guy. So, of course, he makes a tweet talking about it. And I just want to make this clear. I have no issues with MKBHD. I have no opinion. It's neither like or dislike the dude. I'm just reading the tweet because it took off, and a lot of the replies under this tweet, and I'm not gonna lie, part of his tweet kind of was like, bro, you kind of sound like you don't understand what you're talking about, at least in this specific circumstance, but I'll explain in a second. But he says, bookmark this. Such a fascinating announcement. Procreate CEO gets on camera to make it clear that he hates generative AI, and they will not be integrating it ever into any of their products. Artists and users on social media celebrate. Take notes, Adobe. But technically, this is committing to never offering any of the features in their products, no matter how good / useful they may get in the future. An announcement to not add features. I wonder if they will ever bend this rule someday. And again, this is kind of, in my opinion, kind of a tone deaf. Let's be honest, it's a tone deaf tweet, right? Like, if you go to the actual post and it goes into more detail, it's talking about generative AI. It's not specifically saying AI is the overall encompass, but generative AI explicitly. This is what the discussion is on. And if you've been in our community, it is pretty much 99.9% agreed that there is no use for it at all. So of course, artists are going to celebrate and be fucking happy that this is the stance that Procreate takes. But of course, you got a bunch of brain rot fucking stupid ass people in the goddamn comment section that are sitting there saying shit like this. Remember when Google came out with the Pixel that had the headphone jack after Apple took it away from iPhones? This is that. Do Pixels have headphone jacks today? No. This will be the same thing. What the fuck you talking about, bro? What? That's fucking this is the fucking stupid ass take. What are you talking about, bro? This is not the same fucking thing. But you know, let's keep reading some more. Oh, there's some more spicy takes. I wonder though, because he mentioned generative AI, not really machine learning or AI, because Procreate would not work if it was not for the machine learning / AI features. I think what he means is text to image. Bro, what in tarnation are you fucking talking about, bro? I don't fucking understand these comments, bro. It's fucking stupid. It's so goddamn dumb. Because Procreate would not work if it was not for machine learning / AI features. And what fucking planet do you fucking think this? What? What? That is like saying Clip Studio Paint, Adobe Photoshop, all these fucking apps that have been around for AI and machine learning was even really fucking hot buzzwords were not able to work at all. Dog, what in tarnation are you talking about? Saying Procreate's not gonna exist without this shit. Okay, buddy. You know what? Let me look up one thing real quick. Wow! This app has been around since 2011. Whoa, crazy. So you're telling me that with all these hot buzzwords in today's society, you're telling me that this app released in 2011 wouldn't exist without machine learning or AI features? Whoa! Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on, man. What? Now, at least there are still a decent amount of good tweets underneath a lot of this other garbage. Good to see CEO stands with their moral values in this era. If you know how to draw, you don't need AI. So there's zero reason for them to add AI features in the future. The joy of making things comes from actually making them, which is something that seems like non-creatives just can't grasp. Not everything needs AI. Here's another brain rot tweet right here. Disrupt or die. It's that simple. Humans need to get comfortable with the idea that AI will be better at creativity than humans. The question becomes, how can humans harness that power to take creativity to the next level? Do you read your own shit before you type it, dog? Do you even know what the fuck you're typing? What are you talking about? What are you gonna, how are you gonna, okay, first of all, let's talk about this for a second. Humans need to get comfortable with the idea that AI will be better at creativity than humans. No shot, bro. There's no shot. Without humans, it wouldn't even be able to output anything to begin with. Humans are the creativity backbone behind these fucking machines. Well, I don't get that. There's no shot that it's going to sit there and say, oh yeah, fucking AI is going to be the creativity that carries everything forward. Maybe I'm naive as fuck. Maybe in 2040, 2050, AI is going to be the wave and everything's going to be AI generated slop. And that's what people consume 24/7. But if I had to put a guess, if the world hasn't ended by then, that's not going to be the case. And then to sit there and say that humans need to get comfortable with the idea that AI is going to be better at creativity than the humans, then how the fuck is humans going to harness this power that you're talking about to sit there and take their creativity to the next level? You're saying that AI is going to be more creative than us. So what's the fucking point? We don't need to do anything. Clearly from what you're saying, it's going to be obviously creative enough that it doesn't need input from us. That's what you're saying with this, dog. Come come on now. And so I just want to point out one more tweet, one that I actually agree with and I think is pretty much on point. It says, why is it hard to believe someone could just continue building software without adding generative AI features? And I agree with that. This whole idea that everything needs AI or you're going to get left behind in the dust. Everyone that's been commenting in this thread, at least all the ones with the most awful takes that I've ever read, it shows that you're not an artist. It shows that you don't even use these apps and that you're just spewing nonsense and that the idea, AI is the future, AI is the future, generative AI, generative AI, generative AI, why aren't you using it? Just shut the fuck up. You know, there's a reason why these fucking apps don't use it. And there's a reason why you sit there and have situations where, like what I was talking about earlier with Clip Studio Paint, sitting there talking about, hey, we're not going to use this shit no more, right? We heard y'all. We understand. There's a reason why the art community does not want this shit. It is very point blank and clear. If you're wondering why, go watch my other videos. I'm not going to sit there and rehash this shit over and over and over. But yeah, I just want to talk about this because I found the situation pretty interesting. Was really surprised to see that this was even a controversial thing to begin with. Don't know how. There's so many people that are like, oh my God, Procreate's fucking stupid. Oh, their shit's no one's gonna be using their app by the time the next couple of years come by, because guess what? Generative AI is gonna be the wave and everyone's no, artists are using these fucking apps. These are apps made for artists. Artists don't want generative AI. So no, I don't think Procreate's gonna be dying anytime soon, especially considering the fact these motherfuckers have been around since 2011 and keep on grinding, keep on going. They were literally showcased on one of Apple's key events this year. Pretty sure they're not going anywhere. So many awful takes in this. It's fucking crazy. And for those that do want generative AI, Adobe's right around the corner, ready to fuck you over and mug you and take all the money you got so that you can use their generative AI. So you always got that option. It's not like there's no options out there. But when it comes to personal feelings and opinions, and honestly, it's not even just the art community, it's just the world overall as a whole. Most people say fuck Adobe. Nobody likes that company at all. There's very few people who do like it, but hey, yeah, if you want your generative AI, Adobe's around the corner ready to fuck you over, dog. So they're open that piggy bank, break open that wallet, just go throw cash in her face, and then go generate images to your heart's content. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here. This video's gone on long enough. If you made this far into the video, consider giving a like, subscribing to the channel, leave me a comment below what you think. Join the Discord as well too. We'd love to hear your thoughts. You know, let's talk about the AI situation with Procreate and all that other stuff. And yeah, catch you in the next video. See ya.